Hello students, good morning. Hello everybody. How are you all? Hope you are all fine. Uh, in the previous session, we were doing the topic elimination of trigonometric ratios from class 10 mathematics, and I have solved 3 problems from there, and hope you have practiced some more sums on the same topic and using the same technique, and you have done it. Okay, so today I'm going to continue with the same topic. Today I'm going to solve some more problems of the same topic, but these sums are little bit different, little bit critical sums, and you must practice it very well, because these type of sums you can expect in the board exam. Okay, so let me show you the first question. It is given in the question that sec theta plus tan theta equals to P. We have to prove that. The first proof is sec theta equals to 1 by 2 multiplied by P plus 1 upon P. We have to show that sec theta is 1 by 2 multiplied with P plus 1 upon P. The second question is tan theta equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied with P minus 1 upon P. And the last one is sin theta equals to P square minus 1 divided by P square plus 1. So all these 3 questions we have to prove using this. Now sec theta plus tan theta equals to P, it is given in the question, and we know the identity sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. So let me use that one. Sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. We know this, Now it is in the form of the algebraic identity a square minus b square. So that is equals to a plus b multiplied with a minus b. So sec square theta minus tan square theta can be written as sec theta plus tan theta and sec theta minus tan theta. That is equals to 1. So here the value of sec theta plus tan theta is already given in the question. It is equals to P. So let me put P here. Sec theta minus tan theta equals to 1. Now P will go to the right hand side. So sec theta minus tan theta equals to 1 upon P. So we have got the value of sec theta plus tan theta, because it is given in the question sec theta plus tan theta equals to P, and we have calculated sec theta minus tan theta equals to 1 upon P. So let me add these two. Suppose this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So if we add these two, then we will get sec theta plus tan theta plus sec theta minus tan theta equals to P plus 1 upon P. So this tan theta will be cancelled. That means this one is found by adding equation 1 and 2. So sec theta plus sec theta equals to 2 sec theta equals to, this is P plus 1 upon P. 2 will go to that side. So it will be sec theta equals to, this 2 will become 1 upon 2 here. P plus 1 upon P. So see this, the first one is already proved. Okay. So let me write here proved. Understood? The sum was very easy. Sec theta plus tan theta is given, and we have calculated the value of sec theta minus tan theta using the identity sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. And then adding these two equations, we have got the value of sec theta. Now you can easily guess how to find the value of tan theta using these two. This equation number 1 and equation number 2, we can find the value of tan theta. I hope you have guessed well. Okay? Yes, we have to subtract these two equations. By adding, we have got the value of sec theta, and by subtracting, this sec theta will be cancelled. We will get the value of tan theta. So, subtracting equation 2, this one, from 1. So it will be sec theta plus tan theta minus sec theta minus tan theta equals to p minus 1 upon p, this one. So let me open the bracket. Sec theta plus tan theta minus sec theta plus tan theta equals to p minus 1 upon p. So this sec theta will be cancelled now. So tan theta plus tan theta is 2 tan theta, and that is equals to p minus 1 upon p. So 2 will go to that side, therefore it will become tan theta equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied with p minus 1 upon p. So this is also proved. I hope now you have understood how to do this sum. Okay. Now the last part, we have to find the value of sin theta. So let me erase this. We have got the first one is proved, the second one is also proved. Now let me let me divide tan theta by sec theta. Let me see what happens. Tan theta divided by sec theta equals to, so value of tan theta is 1 upon 2 p minus 1 upon p, and value of sec theta is 1 upon 2 p plus 1 upon p. Now tan theta multiplied with sec theta, what will happen? Tan theta means sin theta upon cos theta, and sec theta means 1 upon cos theta equals to, here we can cancel this 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. So here on the numerator part, we have to find the LCM. So LCM will be p, and this will be p square minus 1. The denominator also, the LCM will be p, and it will be p multiplied with p square plus 1. Okay, this cos theta will be cancelled. So after cancelling cos theta, what will remain here? Only sin theta. So sin theta equals to, here p square minus 1 upon p multiplied with, this will become the reciprocal. It will become p square plus 1 upon p will become p upon p square plus 1. So here it is p upon p square plus 1. So if we cancel these two, p, so we will get sin theta equals to p square minus 1 upon p square plus 1, and that is the thing we have to prove. Okay, so the third one is also proved. So now you have understood why this sum is very important. Okay, you can find this type of sum in the board exam also. So just go through the sum and practice it very well. So if this sum is there, you can easily solve it. Okay, so one more important question, that is also a little bit critical type. It is given in the question, tan A equals to tan A equals to n tan B, and sin A equals to m sin B. What we have to find? We have to prove that cos square A equals to, it is m square minus 1 divided by n square minus 1. So tan A equals to n tan B, sin A equals to m sin B. We have to show that cos square A equals to m square minus 1 divided by n square minus 1. So from here we can write just tan B. I am taking this side to the left hand side, so that will become 1 upon tan B, and this tan A will go to the right hand side, so it will become n upon tan A. Just the cross multiplication, okay? So tan B will become 1 upon tan B, and tan A will go to the denominator, it will become n upon tan B. Now what is 1 upon tan B? That is cot B. Okay, reciprocal of tan is cot, so it will be cot B equals to, this will be in tan A can be written as sin A upon cos A. In other words, we can say cot B is equals to, this cos A will go to the numerator, it will become n cos A upon sin A. Okay, so let me keep this as it is. Now sin A, again same technique I have to use. Sin A will go to the right hand side, sin B will come to the left hand side. So sin B will become 1 upon sin B, m will remain there, and sin A will go to the denominator, so it will remain m by sin A. So sin B can be written as cosec B equals to m upon sin A. Now question may arise, why I am changing this, keeping this cot B and cosec B in the left hand side and everything to the right hand side. It is clear from the question, it contains only cos square A, B is not there, so we have to eliminate the trigonometric ratios involving B. This cot B, cosec B, we have to eliminate this. We have to keep only A, the trigonometric ratios of A. So now how to eliminate this cosec B and cot B? So they are also related with an identity, cosec square B minus cot square B equals to 1. So let me write down cosec square B minus cot square B equals to 1. And in place of cosec square B I can write this m upon sin A whole square, minus in place of cot square B I can write this n cos A upon sin A whole square, that is equals to 1, which implies m square upon sin square A minus n square cos square A upon sin square A equals to 1. Hope you are getting it. Now, so the LCM of these two will be sin square A. Sin square A, and on the numerator it will be m square minus n square cos square A, that is equals to 1. Okay, so n square minus n square cos square A equals to, this sin square A will go to that side, so it will become, it will be multiplied with 1, so it will be sin square A. Now m square minus n square cos square A equals to, this sin square A again we have to change, because in the question only we have cos square A, so we have to convert this sin square A into 1 minus cos square A. So sin square is 1 minus cos square a. Okay. Now this cos square a and this cos square a, let them come to this side. Or better, let me take this n square cos square a to the right hand side and 1 to the left hand side. So n square minus 1 equals to, this 1 is plus here, so it will become minus in the left hand side. This minus n square cos square a, when it is going to the right hand side, it will also become plus n square cos square a. So it will be n square cos square a minus cos square a. This cos square a is already there. So from here, this left hand side is nothing we have to do. From the right hand side, we can take cos square a common. So if we take cos square common, then it will become n square minus 1 cos square a. Now, keeping cos square a to the right hand side, let me bring down this n square a to the left hand side. So what will happen? It will be n square minus 1 upon n square minus 1 equals to cos square a. So this cos square a equals to, we can write n square a minus 1 upon n square a 1, and that is what we have to prove. Okay, so let me write here proved. So in this way, this sum here from this given part, the trigonometric ratios of b, that is tan b sin b, has been eliminated, and we have found the value of cos square a. Just go through the question how this technique has been applied. First we have to find the value of cot b and cosec b, and then use the identity cosec square b minus cot square b in such a way. So here if we put the value, then this b, the angle b, will automatically be eliminated, and that is evident from the steps. Okay. So hope you have understood the sum. Only we have to apply the basic knowledge about trigonometry. So that's all for today, and here the chapter, that is Introduction to Trigonometry from class 10, is concluded. By now, I think and I hope all your concepts are clear, and now you can solve any problem if it is given from this chapter. Still, I will advise you to practice some more different types, whatever we have done in this session, the last few sessions. Apart from that, practice few more sums collected from every source, like sample papers and other books are there in the market. So many good books are there. So collect the books, solve the sum from there, and make your concept more clear, so that if the question is there in the exam from this topic, any type of question, you can easily answer. So that's all for today. Let us meet in the next session. In the next session, I shall start a new chapter, that is triangles, from the geometry part. So till then, go on for practicing, and till then, goodbye and have a wonderful day.